Hi everybody, thank you for visiting my channel. This is Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I made a box that has little handles on it. I just love it. I used the Snailed It stamp set, which is retiring in a couple of days. So that is not going to be here after June 30th. And I use the Hippo and Friends dies for this white piece here, the layering circle dies, and this tag is from the many messages die, or messages die? Messages die. So I thought this would be the perfect little gift for the summertime, and I'm going to miss this snail. Now inside of here will fit 2 rolls of our baker's twine. Okay, but there is a little extra room in there on the height and the width, so you could put a lot of other things inside of there, but these 2 are from the Snail Mail Twine Combo Pack, and these 2 are on sale for $3.50 right now, and they are retiring after June 30th. What else did I want to say? I wanted to tell you something. Oh, the paper is done. It's already gone. I guess it's sold out. But the dies and the stamp set are still around. I use the Regal's DSP for this. And I used Real Red cardstock and Coastal Cabana cardstock. Alright, so let's get it started right now. We need a piece of Real Red cardstock that is 8.5 by 6, a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock that is 10 by 2 1/4. We need a circle from the layering circle dies that is about 2 1/8, and then the scallop that goes behind it in Real Red. We need this little tag from the messages die out of Coastal Cabana. And then these are the Regal DSP that is 6 by 6, and we need 2 pieces that are 2 1/8 by 2 3/8, and 2 pieces that are 2 1/8 by 1 3/8. Okay, and this is from the Hippo and Friends size out of basic white. Okay, so now we're gonna get my Simply Scored. And we're going to start scoring on the 8.5 inch side. All right, and we're going to score at 1/2, 2, 4.5, and 6. And then we're going to turn it to the 6 inch side, and we're going to score at 1.5 and 4. And I'm just going to fold and burnish. Tomorrow I get to see an order from the new mini catalog for the fall. I can't wait to see. I saw sneak peeks and I really can't wait. Alrighty, so now we have the skinny rectangle on the left hand side, and this is what we want to do. Okay? It's not too hard. Alright, so we're going to start on the lower left hand side with the skinny rectangle on the left, and we're going to take away this bottom skinny rectangle and wedge above it. Okay? And then for these squares here, we're just going to cut. Oh, that was a little crooked. I guess it didn't matter, but all right. We're going to cut the rectangle sides straight, and then we're going to wedge the sides of the squares. Okay, so we'll move up. We're going to leave this rectangle side straight, and this side straight, and then we're going to wedge the square in the middle of them. Okay, So that's what that looks like so far. All right, now we're going to put it so that the skinny rectangle is on the right hand side. And what we want to do is keep, this is going to be one of our handles. We're going to keep this piece straight. And this is the other handle. We're going to keep that edge straight. We're going to take about a ½ an inch off of this piece, this flap here, and then we're going to wedge it. So we're going to turn it into a square and then wedge the sides. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go to the other side of this rectangle and make that straight. We're going to get rid of this this skinny rectangle that's on the bottom here, and then wedge the other side of the skinny rectangle piece that's there. Okay, and then we're going to cut about a ½ an inch off of this flap to make it into a square, and then wedge the sides. Okay. Now that's what we want it to look like after we've cut it. All right, now I'm going to bring in the detail trio punch, and we're going to round the corners of both of the flaps, or the handles, for the bag or box bag. Okay, and now I have a 7/8 inch circle punch, but you can do 1 inch, you can do a little bit less, whatever circle punch you have. And I'm going to place it, I guess, 1/8 of an inch down from the top and try to get it right in the center. Okay, now what you can do for this one is just put a little bit of seal on the piece you cut out and just place it where you think is even with that, and then it'll be a nice guide for you to cut. You just find it and then cut it again. Okay, so this is what it should look like after you scored it and cut it and rounded and cut some circles for the handle. Okay, now we need some tear and tape. And we're going to put it on the skinny rectangle right up close to the score line, and then we're going to put it on the inside of both of the rectangles on the bottom. Alright, first we're going to deal with putting the box together, so I'm going to just take that off. I'm going to flip it over, push one side over, and then the other side to meet it. Okay, and there's our box. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to take the two bottom pieces off the top. Alright, and then this is the back, so this one's going to go down first. So we're going to put our side flaps in, and then the back, and then the front. And then I'm just going to press so that the tabs stay down in there. Okay, so that's our basic box. All right, now we have the piece of Coastal Cabana that is 10 inches by 2 1/4. And I want you to place it right here on the front of the box with just about 1/8 of an inch above it and below it. And we're just going to, I'm going to put my hand in there. I'm just going to make sure it's straight, and then I'm just going to bend and crease it at the two front corners. Right. And then I'm going to take it off and get my bone folder and make sure that it's straight, and then burnish down the fold that you made. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to put it back on the box, and we're going to do the back ones. All right, so we're going to just crease this, put my hand in there, crease this one, and then crease this one, and take it off and do the same thing with the bone folder. Just make sure it's nice and straight. And there we go. Alrighty. Now we need some liquid glue, and I'm just going to put it on the front and the sides right now. Not a lot, just a little bit to adhere it, but not, we don't want it squishing out. Here's the back, okay. So this is my front, and I'm just going to put it where I want it so that there's 1/8 of an inch on the top and the bottom. And then just roll over the sides and press that down. Give them a chance to adhere. Alrighty. And then we're just going to put, oops, this one didn't take. We're just going to put glue on the back too. Okay. I'm just going to put my hand in there and really press each side so I'm sure that the glue touches. Alrighty. Now we need our DSP. Okay, so we need the 2 pieces that are 2 1/8 by 2 3/8 for the front and the back. Okay. And 2 pieces that are 2 1/8 by 1 3/8 for both the sides. Okay, and that's the whole box for now. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So we need some basic white cardstock for stamping, which I'm sorry, I forgot to say that in the beginning. And the little Coastal Cabana tag from the Messages die. All right, and we're just going to be stamping You've Got Mail, Snail. We're not using the You've Got Mail, but the die cuts out just the snail anyway, so. Great. And then we need the little hello from the same stamp set. And we're going to be putting it on this. Hopefully I can get it right in the middle without getting any stuff on it. Okay, and that's it for stamping. And now I already have cut that out. And we need just a few Stampin' Blends. For the actual snail body, I'm going to put light Bermuda Bay right on the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with light Pool Party and just kind of blend it out and do the rest of the snail with it. Okay. And then I'm just going to do the shell with, this is Light Daffodil Delight. Okay. And we'll do the heart. We'll put on the heart, I put one of the resin embellishments on there. Alrighty. So now we need our other pieces. And I'm going to glue the circle onto the scallop circle with liquid glue. And then this label from Hippo and Friends dies, I'm going to put on with liquid glue also. And the snail I'm going to put on with dimensionals. Okay. And the hello I'm going to put on with liquid glue right here. Just make sure, yeah, this is the front. I didn't get to do a post this weekend because of Father's Day. I was pretty busy and some graduation things for my twins. They graduate on Friday from high school. And so I'm going to give you a video today and tomorrow instead. Alrighty. So now we're going to put this on with dimensionals also. There, like that. Okay, I'm just going to slip my two rolls of twine in there. And then these ones were a little short, so I'm going to make it a little longer. So these were 12 inches. I'm going to say 14 inches. Two strips that are 14 inches of the Coastal Cabana sheer ribbon. This might be too long, but it's all right. Okay. And just going to stick it, and I'm going to tie it on the side. You could tie it on the top if you want, but I wanted to tie it on the side for something a little bit different. Okay. Just going to tie a bow. And then I'm just going to make sure I separate the two loops. And then just trim them nicely. Okay. All right. And now for the final touch, I'm going to take the resin heart embellishments, which are still available. They're in the clearance for $3.50. And they do go with this suite. And I'm going to get the sticky side of my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to put one heart on the letter, right over the heart on the stamp, and then one heart on each side of the sentiment. And then we could add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the shell if you wanted to. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the time you spend. And if you need anything from Stampin' Up, please consider me. My address is at the top of the screen, catherinetiemann.stampinup.net. And I will leave the details on my blog. I'll link it below, and also if you need to contact me. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Bye.